Ba, ba, ba. Welcome everyone to my Star Wars Legion unboxing. Today we're looking at the Snowtrooper Unit Expansion. I picked this up like about a week ago from my local comic book shop and game store. I could have gotten it a lot cheaper on Amazon, but I decided I would patronize my LCS and give them some of my money. So let's have a look at the back here real fast. Shows all the models included and the cards and the tokens. There's a brief little description. Imperial troops have entered the base. Equipped to operate in adverse planetary conditions, snowtroopers are the elite infantry of the Galactic Empire, employing specialized gear and trained in ruthless assault tactics. Snowtroopers move slowly but deliberately, continually pressing the enemy with blaster fire. This expansion for Star Wars Legion contains 7 finely sculpted snowtrooper miniatures, enough for one core unit, along with new unit and upgrade cards to field in battle. Very cool. Yeah, so it was all in the box, and really impressed with these bottles. They're really nice detail. And I will show you these up close in a minute while I do my little rant. But before I get to that, I'm going to show you the cards. So here's the unit card, I believe. This is all Greek to me because I've never played the game before, so. Snowtrooper, steady. So I have no idea what that means. After you perform a move action, you may perform a free arranged attack action. So I have no idea what that means, but look forward to finding out. Primarily to play a hostile environment, snowtroopers were trained to fire on the move, even when encumbered by the heaviest of gear. In battle, snowtroopers advanced with slow, steady, and terrifying determination. These were really cool. But I probably like the snowtroopers better than the stormtroopers. Kind of sacrilegious to say. Here's the cards that came with these tiny little cards. Got a flamethrower card. We got. I really like this repelling. And I've watched some of the battle reports, and still, but that's their backpack. Snowtrooper backpack. I've never seen anyone do a recreation of that repelling. It'd be kind of fun to see that. Got a impact grenade. Sorry about the glare. And we got an ion, T7 ion. That's for stopping vehicles, I believe. Look at these tokens. I think that's the ion token, the blue one. And we got some instructions. So these models are press fit. That means that they all came in these little baggies, and they're all in different separate pieces, and you have to push them together and glue them together like that, and then you paint them. You glue them to the little bases and paint them up and make them look all scary. Got some credits here. Playtesters. Some rules. And all the rules for the game are on the Fantasy Flight website, which is a nice way to spread the word on the game. Okay, so I'm going to show you these miniatures and tell you why I think that fans of the original trilogy should really get involved with the game sooner than later. So yeah, these miniatures look really cool. Let me show you some of these. This is the Ion guy. He has that Ion rifle, cannon thing, whatever. And you can see that's where I need to slot it in better, but I'll do that in the future. Yeah, great detail, great great action, like, you know, implied movement and stuff. Here's the flamethrower guy. That's why I got the flamethrower card. Where'd that go? Yeah, flamethrower. And I saw someone suggest, I think it was the Krabak, I think I'm saying his name right, video suggesting that making this into like a firefighter, giving him a water hose. But there, yes, he just fell apart because it's not glued together. But that's how they come, which is kind of inconvenient, but also much more convenient than a lot of the other war games, which come on sprues, and you have to clip them off the sprue and find a way to. It's just more intensive process. This is a little bit simpler. The press fit models are a little bit more user friendly. This is the leader. You get the little man purse thing here. The leaders of the Stormtrooper unit, I think, has the shoulder pauldron thing. But I'm not sure if that would really work on a Snowtrooper. Got a few more models here. Yeah, I really urge everyone who is a original trilogy purist to try to get involved with Legion sooner than later, because there are, right now as it stands, there's only original trilogy characters in the game. Although they did just yesterday announce the Jyn Erso expansion, which is sort of, doesn't bother me too much, but it does. If you're like a expanded universe fan of the classic expanded universe, you might have a issue with that, and so it makes it a little bit harder to get your friends to join in if they are expanded universe fans. But you know, if we can get enough people to play the game, we can sort of basically show Fantasy Flight that we really prefer the original trilogy characters over the new Disney stuff, because you know it starts off with Jyn Erso and Orson Krennic, and before you know it, they're gonna have Rose Tico and L337 out there. You know, you're gonna show up to play a game and try to have like a theme game where you're on Hoth or on Endor and you see an L337 miniature on the game table, and you might be kind of turned off by that. And that's kind of already what's happening in X-Wing. The other game, Fantasy Flight Mix, X-Wing, has some of the Star Wars Rebels characters in the game. So I mean, for competitive players, it shouldn't make a big difference, but for people who like a themed game, it is sort of might be a gripe. So if you only like the original trilogy, I'd say try to jump on the game now while it's still pure for you purists. So what I'm doing here right now is setting up a forced perspective. If I move the box out, really, it might make more sense. So, you know, looks like there's a bunch of people, a bunch of snowtroopers here, for the small ones in the back. Some people army build, you know, they buy like 5 of these for like $20 each. But if you just buy, you know, 1 of each of these, then you can basically have an army. They're not all lined up, but they're all out in the action. So that's kind of my. I might do a video about that later. Well, anyway, yeah, this looks like a fun game. I'm gonna buy some more of these expansions and pick these up, and I'll show you my progress. Focus. So anyway, let me know what you think about Star Wars Legion. If you think that it's okay to play, you know, with Jyn Erso on Hoth or something like that, or not. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned. I'm gonna have all kinds of videos coming up. So everyone out there, have a great day, and may the Force be with you.